I'm going to do.
Now, Blanche, we go through this every morning. Now admit it, Jack.
Yeah, I love cashmere.
Don't tell me, tell Scrooge. Rose, I hope you didn't have your heart set on a remote control video recorder. You bought me a video.
Lamb sauce for breakfast.
Mother Teresa, it's a recipe from her new workout book.
Morning, girls.
Morning.
What are you eating, Sophia?
Linguine with clam sauce.
For breakfast? Morning, everybody. What's that you're eating, Sophia?
It's incredible. 364 days a year could be gagging on a peach pit.
And in her house, how normal can she be?
I kept her chicken in my home.
You see my point?
I will not have that filthy beast in my house. It belongs in a barnyard.
This is not a farm chicken. Count Bessie is a showbiz chicken. Wait till you see this.
A showbiz chicken. Boom, boom, dead. Just like that, in his sleep. 98 years old, no apparent cause.
I don't like hospitals either. They're full of germs. I always hold my breath in the elevators because there are sick people in the elevators and it's such a small space. And once I had to go to the 8th floor in a hospital and...
Did you have happy times then?
Yes, actually we did. It was a chance to get together and remember other happy times.
She's beginning to get to me. In Sicily, we used to wash our dishes in the river.
I hope that's Mr. Fix-It.
We used to beat them against the rocks.
No, Sophia, that attorney I've been dating, I caught him handling melons at the A&P.
And I take it they weren't yours.
You missed my point, Dorothy. He told me he was a lawyer. Turns out he's a fruit waxer. Why do men have to put up false pretenses?
This from a woman who wears more padding on her chest than Johnny Bench.
Good morning. I can't take time for breakfast. I'm late. See you later.
Rose, aren't you forgetting something?
Sorry, Mama.
Rose, it's me.
Charlie, he never stopped talking about her.
You knew Charlie?
Yeah.
Oh, please sit down.
I served with your husband in the war. 82nd Airborne, Fort Bragg to Nottingham to Normandy and back, thank the Lord. Charlie Nyland was one of the finest men I ever met. I often wonder why he put up with a wise guy like me from the back street.
Funny. Anyway, he tells me to sniff his carnation for good luck. I take one whiff, and bingo.
He squirted your dress with ink.
Actually, it was Del Monte prune juice. It's free at the center. It's a come-on. They make their real money on the padded toilet seat rentals.
So what happened to your clothes?
Joy.
Are the batteries included?
Hang on to your cannolis because the four of us are going to be contestants on Grab That Dough.
Grab that Ma, do you mean that ridiculous game show where people humiliate themselves for the sake of... Ma, you can't just run off to help Phil every time he has a problem.
I came here to live with you when you had a problem.
I did not have a problem. You came to live here because the home burned down.
That's right, Sophia. Don't you remember?
Hi there. Ma, what, Blanche?
Of course I mean it. Look at her. My cab driver would fall in love.
Oh, I'll get it. Harry.
Ah, my pretty.
Oh, Harry. Everybody, this is Harry. Harry, this is Rose.
Rose.
And Dorothy.
Dorothy.
And this is Sophia.
To go, the bowling tournament is tomorrow. Now, we need the practice.
Always practiced enough. Every morning before work, every evening after work. All I ever wanted was to look cute in my bowling outfit.
Hey, aren't you forgetting something? Rose dumped you.
That's right, she did. I hate being dumped. What's your point?
Sorry to interrupt. Go on.
Well, Dorothy, you have no idea how my sister Virginia and I used to chase after this boy. Well, everybody did. He had it all. Football star, champion debater, class valedictorian.
How long did you and he been in here?
Dorothy, I'll tell you a very simple way to beat the heat. Just imagine yourself in a cool place. Like a snowy, windy mountaintop in Colorado. With a ski instructor named Fritz. and a bearskin rug and a bottle of brandy. Died. I fell to the floor, blinded, writhing in pain. Couldn't move for 20 minutes.
Well, what do you know? It works.
Works. They thought I was on angel dust. They wanted to arrest me. I'm lying there dying.
Hit it, my magnificent little songbirds.
I don't wanna take it anymore. I'll just stay here locked behind the door. Just no time to stop and get away.
He just wouldn't take no for an answer. So I finally just had to tell him straight out that I didn't feel about him the way he felt about me. It had nothing to do with his size. It was simply that I could never become seriously involved with anybody in show business.
What's a nice boy like you doing with ulcers anyway? You got a job that pays and a girl who'll do anything for you. Anything. You will, won't you, Dorothy?
I'll take that as a have a good time.
Don't worry, Mrs. Petrillo. I'll have your little girl home at a reasonable hour.
Don't bother. You kids have fun. I won't wait up. Have her back by Tuesday.
Well, whatever. Have you seen my gun?
No.
Well, damn. What's the point of wearing this if I've got nothing to put in it?
I say the same thing every morning when I put on my bra.
Blanche, why are you dressed like that?
Because I am going to an authentic Texas-style barbecue. And my date, my fingers to the bone, 12 hours a week at the museum. Picasso on your left, snack bar downstairs. It's a wonder I'm not an alcoholic.
What I meant was, how about working for me? I'm swamped with this project for Enrique Mas, and there is money for an assistant.
Tell me more.
Well, we're compiling statistics on...
Up with these things. You're involved in all the charities. You sent a contribution to save the rich.
I have charity work burnout, Dorothy. In the last 3 months, I have helped with so many raffles and bake sales and car washes. I have to draw the line.
Well, I guess I'll manage somehow.
These three ladies here want a couple of boxes of the King George prophylactics.
Lambskins are the ultra-sensitive.
Two of them have the lambskins, and the blonde has the ultra-sensitive in black.
I put my skates on the wrong feet.
Oh.
Sonia Henderfinkins.
Morning, all.
Good morning, honey.
Rose, for God's sake. You look like a giant elf. Can I borrow that sometime? Oh, pity Q, I've been going through a very tough time lately.
And we're concerned, Blanche. Jealous and concerned.
You haven't drowned yourself in young men since this time last year, when you brought those twins home from the Jimmy Smith's look-alike contest.
Oh, yeah. Jorge and Esteban. Romantic kids from burning the school down before the other teacher gets back.
Now, normally you'd be right, but this class knows that I'm filling in for the whole semester. I must say, it's really nice having the same class every day and watching them grow and learn. And, of course, they're not trying any of that usual substitute shenanigans.
Is that kick me hard sign a fashion statement?
Another one? No, this isn't what you
Hey,
think.
dear, that's bad news.
I don't want to hear any more about this, and you and I can argue till the cows come home.
We're home.
What a day. I wasn't able to get any work done today because of that new girl, Abby. I mean, she's constantly...
I think I'll just stick around.
What the heck, that car will still be there tomorrow.
Boy, this is depressing. Girls, let's go cruising.
Hey, I know a place where guys wrestle naked in the mud.
Devereaux doing laundry for a man?
Not just any man. Rex Huntington.
Rex Huntington? Isn't he the guy who stood you up last week?
Well, yeah, he did, but I happen to like the man, so I'm giving him a second chance.
That was his second chance. He stood you up the week before that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you, darling? Date me, called and canceled.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Was it anybody special?
Well, that's not the point. He might have taken me someplace where I'd meet someone who is.
Well, you know, it's amazing. Beneath that thin veneer of superficiality, somehow miraculously, there is another, even thinner veneer.
Originally it was to keep the Visigoths away, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Am I convincing?
As what, ye old town slut?
Look, as long as I'm here, I should tell you there's been some complaints from the neighbors about the noise at night.
Which neighbors?
Well, me.
Which noise?
Well, you.
Well, get earmuffs. I pay my taxes.
Rose.
Oh, no thanks. I'm doing what we all should be doing, dieting for the Bachelorette auction next Saturday.
Not all of us. I told you, Rose, count me out. Now, even if it is for charity, I am not going to stand up there and allow myself to be sold to the highest bidder like some Holstein cow at a livestock auction.
Part of the Shady Pines fire.
Well, that's ridiculous. What did you do?
She claimed that on the night of the fire, the two of you were in your room cooking s'mores.
Nonsense. I don't even know what s'mores are.
You remember, Sophia? They're those little toasted graham cracker and chocolate sandwiches.
With marshmallow. Don't forget the marshmallow.
He works very, very hard, and he's very, very rich.
And what else?
I don't know. That's all I've ever heard about Grandpa.
Oh, I see. Oh, I wish you'd known Grandpa, Charlie. You'd have liked him a lot.
Do you think he would have liked me? Liked you?
Oh, Ma, I'm making dinner. What would you like to eat?
A nice thick T-bone steak, corn on the cob, and pecan pie for dessert. Now ask me what I can chew.
I'll start soaking the cornflakes now.
Girls, you will never guess who was just on the phone.
The real phone, Rose, or your farmer in the Dale phone?
Oh, please, I haven't had a farmer in the Dell phone since I was 50.
Now, who called, Rose?
Jerry Kennedy.
Jerry Kennedy, the newscaster?
Uh-huh. He's coming over to pick up his daily planner. I took it home from work by mistake.
No, you moron. She has a date.
Oh. Is that true, Dorothy? Do you have a date tonight?
Rose, I mean, that's an awfully personal question. Yes!
With wanting to be liked. And Blanche, do you remember what I looked like as a kid?
Oh, yes, I do. You were a beautiful child.
I was not. I was short and fat with braces and acne. And I used to think to myself, oh, I would give anything to be just like my Aunt Blanche. To be pretty and popular with lots of...
Not even a titter?
Dorothy, I won't laugh.
Okay. I tell you, honey, I have a blind date tonight, and I want you to go out with him.
You're right, Dorothy. This is one hearty laugh at your...
I think I had that once. But how the heck did you ever catch it in your foot?
It's a very small tumor, Ma. I've had it for about 20 years.
A tumor? It sounds serious.
No. It's a very simple surgical procedure. As a matter of fact, I'd only be in...
Home remedies could work a lot better.
You know, Sophia, you're absolutely right. When I was a little girl, Mama used to rub eucalyptus oil on our necks and then tie a sock around to keep it warm. Why, it cleared your sinuses up just like that.
My mother always used to sing to us and make us gingerbread men.
Really, Rose? I think Michael DeBakey does that before surgery.
It's just this flu is making me crazy.
Oh, it's gotten to all of us. Do you know that we have been at each other's throats for 2 days?
I've been the worst.
I hope you two can forgive me.
Oh, girls, let's make a pact. Let's promise we're going to help each other get through this mess.
Would I be too big a nerd if I asked...
Well, didn't the phone scare you?
Well, of course it did. One of those times I really miss having a man around. They're so good at answering the phone in the middle of the night.
That's not all they're good at.
And when they're really good, you don't even hear the phone. I already lost 1 pound.
In your dreams.
I'm talking about Rose. She has to find a job. She's been out of work for over a week.
I am really sorry about this, because it won't happen again. Now, come on, we can all go back.
No. Wait, Rose, sit down. Move over. Move over. Now listen.
That could be an appetizer.
Well, this is good. This is all food that would have spoiled.
I am so glad that my date with Barry is tomorrow. The fat won't have time to show.
It won't?
No, it always takes a few days before it shows.
Where does it go in the meantime? Was it just a fluke, or do you think we could learn to like each other?
Well, I think it might take time, but I think it could be worth it.
Let's give it a shot.
Great! I'm game.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Say yes. I need a friendly shoulder to cry on.
All right, give me a minute. Girls, I need a shoulder to cry on.
Dorothy, what did that creep do to you?
It's not for me, it's for Stan. He lost the business. He has to take his mind off his troubles.
What do you want us to do? Understood and gave him the finger back. Why don't you go back and try to get some more sleep?
I haven't been to sleep. I'm too upset.
What's wrong?
I won't be seeing Jeffrey anymore. He's leaving town.
I knew it. The minute I heard you were dating a sailor, I said to myself that
Life's a living hell. If I wasn't fighting for a warm blanket, I was fighting for food. If I wasn't fighting for food, I was fighting for the shuffleboard equipment. I just threw that in to see if you were paying attention. Anyway, the storm broke, and through the mist and the haze, I saw the beautiful lady.
Yes?
Young Vinny, this is Rocco. Johnny Notom sent us.
Sophia, it's for you.
Speaker.
Really? Well, then somebody else do the talking.
Ladies, we're waiting.
Let me save everyone a lot of time here. My name is Frida Claxton. The tree is on my property, and I could care less if the city...
A big breakfast like this since I left the farm. Really? You were raised on a farm? Mm-hmm. Until I was 17, a dairy farm. Wow, a dairy farm? Just like me. Oh, did you hear that? Gene was raised on a dairy farm. I didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me Gene was raised on a dairy farm?
To say.
Well, after commenting that I am the most spectacular specimen of the female anatomy he has seen since Miss Julie Newmar, he said I have a back problem.
Thank God you went to a specialist.
He said no physical activity for a week. I have to wear a corset and stay on my back with my legs elevated.
That's the same thing you did last Saturday.
Tell them how you feel. Only just make sure after it's all over that it's brought you closer together, not further apart.
Who are you, Mr. Spock?
I think you mean Dr. Spock, Sophia.
They're both real smart and they've got big ears, so don't get technical, okay?
I am speaking from experience.
Oh, I'm going to miss you very much.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too, Mom.
Are you sure you won't let me drive you to the airport?
No, I'll be fine. Dorothy, Sophia, thank you for having me.
Don't thank me, thank my grandson.
Oh, well, this isn't solving anything. I'm going to call the manager. Hello? Hello? Great. The phone's dead. It makes no difference. You only get lies from that scum-sucking pig. Look, would you mind going downstairs and telling the scum sucker we want to see him? Okay. In the grand scheme of things, it's not so terrible to wait 38 years to make your first big mistake.
It wasn't my first mistake.
What?
Remember the chain link fence retailers convention in Atlantic City in 1957?
Oh, my God. You had an affair at the convention.
No, there was no convention.
Here it is. I found it.
You found what?
The lens, which I'm now going to rinse out in the solution that we have too much of.
Thank goodness you're here.
I made up that ridiculous explanation, hoping I'd run into you. So you live here too?
Oh. God, he's good.
Oh, excuse me. Have you seen Patrick? Blanche, have you seen Patrick? No. Who's the flower for?
Oh, it's for Patrick. I thought I'd give him a rose for good luck. It's Scandinavian for someone who docks his boat in a handicapped slip. I think it's time that man was exposed for what he really is. I'm going to go over there and tell him off right now.
Blanche.
I love you, Josie.
I just hope she doesn't let herself go to pot after that baby comes. I don't want that big-eyed husband of hers coming after me.
I never do very much with my eyebrows.
That's why, from the nose up, you look like Wilford Brimley.
Thus affording the listener the opportunity to glean from it whatever he may. Besides, I just hate it when I'm left out of the conversation.
Hello? Yes, it is. No, he isn't. What?
Well, drinking out of a glass.
Blanche, don't you and Jake have dinner reservations for tonight?
Yes, we do. He's late.
Well, I'm sure he has a good reason. And even if he hasn't, who cares? He is a dreamboat.
You know, girls, these...
Well, what did I ask you?
For God's sakes, he wants to ask you to go out with him. You got your listening equipment, I got mine. Good night.
Sophia, maybe you should sit down.
I am sitting. You know what? I'm going to make you a nice pot of coffee. Don't panic, I'm fine. I haven't had that much. Besides, you think I'd ruin Roberta's milestone birthday?
Milestone, she's 88.
Right. After 80, every year with same time.
For that, you got naked?
I thought that was strange, too.
You know, Darcy, I think you're right. I've got to talk to George.
Good girl.
I'll go home right now and tell him I'll cook breakfast for him. I'm sorry, Alvin. Don't cry. That's okay. You cry all you want.
He's cleaning the kitchen. This is Marguerite's job.
Dorothy, I know exactly what you're going to say, but I talked to Marguerite on the phone, and this time she has a really good excuse for being late.
Oh, fine. What is it?
She had to go pluck a hair from the chin of a dwarf. Gee, I hope Marguerite likes champagne.
Champagne. Don't you think we may be going a little overboard with this?
Dorothy, remember the Crow Man.
Do we have any caviar to go with this champagne?
That must be... Oh, girls, I'm scared. Now, just take a deep breath and relax.
Chris, she put a curse on us.
And I'm the one that got put in the home?
I know it's unbelievable, but we fired her. She put a curse on us, so we had to hire her back. Now, if we can just keep her happy, maybe she'll leave us alone.
You really are afraid of her, aren't you?
Mama, it's unbelievable.
But you, for me, what would you say?
Oh, come on, Blanche.
I'm serious, Dorothy. What would you say?
Well, I guess I'd say that you were a lovely, generous person and, you know, one of the best friends I ever had.
Nothing about Dorothy. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, Ma. Please don't let them take me!
What are you reading, Blanche?
Oh, I'm checking on the weather in the Bahamas. It's going...
Oh, come on. Now, Blanche, you're behaving just as crazy as we are. It's just a coincidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure your seat belts are securely fastened in preparation for the takeoff.
And if anyone found a big bolt, please return it to me. It came off the bench, if no one minds. I wrote some things down, but I'd just rather talk. The funeral was for my Aunt Gretchen. I didn't know her very well. The only thing I remembered about her is she used to scare me. Jumping out of my closet at night, putting false fangs.
I call my new act Sophia and Sophia. Get a load of this. Hi, Sophia. Oh, hello, Sophia. How are you feeling today? Oh, I got a little arthritis in my neck. I was wondering why my wrist was hurting.
God, Gil Kessler having an affair.
Oh, you're kidding. With whom?
Well, they don't know her name, but look, they hid in the bushes and took this picture of her from behind going into his house.
I don't believe it. Wait a minute, that looks like Blanche's red dress.
Girls, I dropped off the folder, talked for 2 hours, helped him pick out his tie sock hanky combo, and came home. Now, nothing else happened. I swear. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, how are we going to help him get out of them softly?
Morning, everyone.
Open that. Rose Nyland?
Yes?
Wow.
I'm Olga Nordstrom from...
Look, it's right under an ad that reads, History professor seeking non-smoking Oriental woman who was into Wesson oil and bears a resemblance to Florence Henderson.
Is that signed Doug?
Yes.
I know him. He's a sick man.
Terrible. He knew that she came from St. Olaf. I mean, everything else Rose probably volunteered. You know her, a stranger says hello, and suddenly he's hearing the life story of Uncle Fingerbinger and his 30-pound rutabaga.
Then this is all just a scam to bilk Rose out of some money?
Absolutely.
None of you.
None of us.
I have enough sketches of each one of you to make my sculpture. When I'm ready to begin, I will make my choice then.
Yeah, but when will we find out?
Only when the work is unveiled at my show. Now, I apologize, but this is how I must work. Now, ladies, I must bid you good day.
Go on, Barbara.
I went for a walk in a crowded marketplace. A man came up behind me, put something in my hand, and said, "This is what you need."
That happened to me once in the produce section at the A&P, which I generally get applause.
Our next contestant is a family counselor. She originally hails from St. Olaf, Minnesota, where she was voted the girl most likely to get stuck in a tuba. Welcome, Rose Nyland!
About the same thing. I'm not going.
What?
Don't faint, but you were right when you said I should go out and make new friends. So, I took your advice. I met some nice people at the center, and this weekend we're all going to Cancun. Looks like you and what's-his-name will have to go to the Bahamas without me.
You just met the...
Not half as disappointed as I am. I admit at times your stories about being a big-shot gangster seemed colorful to me. But I figured you weren't that guy anymore. And if you are, you're not for me.
Wish you'd have told me that before.
Kurloff, Tampa Bay Bucks, New Year's Eve. We were at the Holiday Inn near the airport.
The complete question is, wore pantyhose in a magazine advertisement.
Well, how the hell would I know? If I want to see a man in pantyhose, I don't have to go out and buy a magazine.
Mom, is something wrong?
No, absolutely nothing, except I can't imagine why you never mentioned how much older Lorraine is.
I guess it slipped my mind.
Slipped your mind? Michael, she's twice your age.
I can't believe you're making such a big deal out of this. What about what you said last night, huh? There's only...
Now, we're getting married. And if you can't deal with that, you don't have to see us. But that means you also won't get to see your grandchild. Say what? I'm pregnant.
Greta, can I talk to you?
What's her hurry? Didn't you see that enormous thing in her bedroom? I thought she'd stopped seeing Roger. How do I look? Not bad. You got another date with Captain Marvelous? Mr. Terrific. I can see you didn't read many comic books when you...
I really think you're old.
Dorothy, how's the show going?
Terrible, but better than 30-something.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wasn't that fun, boys and girls?
Oh, hit the bottle, hit the bottle. There's only one way to handle this.
Rose! Rose, no! Rose! Rose, don't go out! Rose, come back here!
Don't worry, Dorothy. I was trained in psychology back in St. Olaf.
That doesn't count, Rose. In St. Olaf, they think that Freud is a way to cook chicken.
This might be the ideal time to leave for that Mother's Day brunch. I remember the last Mother's Day I spent with my mama. I was back in Virginia. Mom had been ill for some time, and she was recovering in a convalescent home. It was a lovely place. You stay right there. I want you to... I'm wearing his medical alert bracelet. When did this start?
Well, I have been allergic to penicillin ever since...
Not that. I mean, this sick relationship.
Por favor, let me explain. I still care for you deeply. I did not mean for this to happen. It just did when I...
Sneakers. Well, there's only one way to settle this. I'm going. The head you are, I'm going.
Neither one of you is going. Fidel isn't coming.
Where is he? We killed him. I know. We might as well have put a gun to poor Fidel's head. How did she die?
You know, we're not sure. One night, she left in her wheelchair and she never came back. The next day, the neighborhood kids had a go-kart with two really big fat wheels. How'd it go, Blanche?
Oh, did you hear what he just said?
This guy came to me. Salvador wanted to tell you, but I wouldn't let him. I cared for you both too much to let your marriage break up. And Sal felt so guilty he never gambled again. It was worth it.
Oh, that was a very lovely thing you did, Mr. Weinstock, wasn't it, Ma? Wasn't it, Ma?
Dorothy? Dorothy? Oh, good. I think she's waking up. Oh, honey, come on, sweetie. Here, darling. Are you all right?
Oh.
Here.
Oh, I'm fine, Rose. Oh, that was strange. I've never fainted before.
Me neither. What does it feel like after you fall? You know, you really have to give Max and Sophia credit. This business was their dream, and they're going after it. I just wish I'd done that with my dream.
Fine. Honey, would you check on the pizzas? One may be ready.
Well, why don't you want to hear about my dream?
Because it is all...
Fish stand at the beach. Shark! 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 Now they're out of the water, start selling. Between my perky bosoms. And I only get to buy perky bosoms. But what the hell, nothing else perks on this body.
Hey, maybe we can get the jacket for just a minute and grab the ticket out of it.
I found it.
Good morning.
Oh, well, I've done a little matchmaking.
Blanche, not again.
Yes, again. Now, you are 45 years old. You've been single almost 2 years. Well, both Dorothy and I know how much fun the single life is. Many's the night Dorothy has sat here alone in this room watching me go out on dates. You know what that popcorn reminds me of? Rex's Drive-In out at the lake. You remember the night my date and I parked right next to you and your date? Pretty soon it got to be a contest who could fog up whose car the fastest. I think you won.
You weren't doing too badly considering you were in a convertible.
You know, Clay, I've been thinking a lot about what you told me today, and I've also been thinking a lot about that boy out at Rex's Drive-In, and honey, the two pictures don't go together. There's just something wrong with one of them.
2, you seldom bump your head. 3, the world thinks you're cute. You think Danny DeVito got to be famous with his good looks? There's nothing wrong with being small, kid, but it is wrong to cheat. If you learn in life to follow the rules and play fair, you'll be heads above the crowd.
Tell us all about the big weekend.
And don't leave out a thing. I want you to start with the sweet nothings he whispered in your ear.
Well, okay. First, he said that I was a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
And then he said I was fun to be with.
Yeah. And then oh, just let me freshen my makeup. Girls, why don't you come with me and I'll show you how I transform myself into a fresh-faced, innocent young thing.
Could you skip the innocent part, Blanche? The show starts in 2 hours.
Calm down, lady. You just get out of prison?
Girls, what do you think?
Well, it's not a bad idea, but I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh, me too. Embarrassed? Well, there's no reason to be embarrassed. Now, these are discreet professionals.
I thought you had to
You
work.
told me you had a last-minute emergency.
So they're all liars. That's an asset when you're planning a surprise like this.
Come on, we've got reservations for dinner and dancing.
Ma, I bet you were in on this all along, weren't you?
Of course I was. These dimwits' idea of romance is a Coors Light and a Love Boat rerun.
All right, let's go.
Painting a fresco on the ceiling. It's a bathroom. What do you think I'm doing? What are you writing?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? What is that?
Well, Ma, you have such a great sense of humor, and I can never remember all the funny things you say, so I've decided to keep a journal.
Journal? Who the... Does this look like a game of solitaire? It's your turn.
I'm sorry, Ma. I was trying to remember when was the last time I said I love you.
After lunch, when I said you had grilled cheese stuck to your chin. Now, when you make your move, for God...
Rose, have you been forgetting to wash the fruit before you eat it?
I'm serious. Bob Hope is my father. Well, sort of. I mean, he could be, maybe.
Rose, what the hell are you talking about?
There's some...
I think you're making a big mistake.
I just need to keep the new dog hidden till Monday. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah, honey, that's not the mistake I mean. With both those dogs in the same room, how are you going to know which is the old one and which is the new one?
I'm screwed.
Me problems, and you are?
We are the world.
I'm Dorothy Zbornak. This is my mother, Sophia. We're here to talk to you...
Hello? No.
That's okay. In Realizations, I learned that people usually hurt each other unintentionally. Therefore, they deserve a second chance.
I hate you.
Nothing can bother me. Not now. I'm in a fellowship that accepts me, cares for me, and loves me.
Losing weight. Come with me. Remember the first week you were here, we put a mark on the back wall to measure how tall we were? You said they did that at the home to show how your height was declining. Oh, Blanche is right. You are a little bit shorter.
Then you don't have to worry about losing weight.
And you... Ma.
Are you talking to me?
Don't even speak to me, Rose. What you did was...
What the hell is that for?
You're not getting into this bed, Stanley.
Then where am I supposed to sleep?
On the floor like any dog.
Fine. Just fine. Stan Spornak doesn't have to beg a woman to get into bed. Women come to me.
Yeah. Right after they get the approval number on your MasterCard.
To pay for it. I certainly haven't.
She's always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Fine. Make jokes. I'd just like to know how you all would feel if you thought you were going to have a test tube for a son-in-law.
That one, won't you?
Oh, that's wonderful, honey. That's just wonderful.
You know what the best part is? I get to stay here. That's what worried me the most. I mean, I don't think I ever really doubted that somehow I'd wind up on my feet, but what worried me and scared me was that I'd have to leave my friends and my family.
Honey. What did you make that's so special?
Sardine casserole with a kind of a oatmeal cookie crust. I hope you like it. There's a lot.
Please, let's have a little quiet here. That was a great speech.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But help me out here. How about something from a law book?
Okay. The fracas occurred on a seaside dock.
Maybe he's just a hypochondriac.
Really?
Well, let's take a look. So, you've been keeping these ladies busy, have you?
Oh, I didn't mind. I have such a highly developed maternal instinct.
With nobody.
You know, Ma, it would be very nice if you could be a little supportive.
Please, I've always been supportive. Remember when you wanted to run away to Canada so you wouldn't get drafted?
Oh, that was my brother Phil.
Oh, yeah, I got confused. He was wearing your dress.
Too much pleasure out of all this.
I'm sorry, Blanche. It's just that you've always described yourself as being a great beauty, and it's interesting to see that you were
Plump.
fat.
Enough.
I'm sorry. Fat water rat. 50 bullets in your head.
Did you call about buying the Citrus Festival plate?
Yes, I did.
Oh, Rose, you're beautiful.
How much do you want for it?
Well, they're pretty rare. There's only 5 of these. I'd say $2,000.
$2,000 a plate. What is this, a Republican fundraiser?
Look, these plates are collector's items.
What's this? Ho, ho, ho! Here's Santa with toys for all the good boys and girls. Ho, ho, ho! Have you all been good boys and girls?
Yeah!
Ah! Ho, ho, ho!
Unfortunately, when he got to Duluth, he took a left instead of a right, and he wound up back in St. Olaf. That's how he got his nickname, Wrong Way Geflückenflanken.
Rose, how is this a story about faith?
Well, when he got back, it was the dead of winter. Tired, and
He's recently broken up with his wife. And the good news is he has the heart of a 25-year-old.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, as long as his body doesn't reject it.
Isn't it good to be back in the old neighborhood, Dorothy? Watching the kids playing...
Here you go, Rose. Finish my work. Well, turn me upside down and paint.
How is that good news?
Well, it means that all those weight loss products don't work. Now, to lose those 4 pounds, I guess I'll have to go on a sensible diet that I know gets results. The St. Olaf, I can't believe this is cheese diet.
How does it...
The only way to prevent the eruption was for me to crawl through their legs up the volcano while they gave me my birthday wax. Well, and you're not going to believe this. It turns out they weren't Druid priests at all. Just a bunch of Shriners looking for a good time. Gee, she could have at least said goodbye. Oh, it's you. I thought maybe Sophia had come home.
What did you say?
I said okie dokie.
Okay. Okay, I can't believe it. After all these years of being sensitive, I barge in here like some macho jerk, and I get exactly what I want.
Oh, Maz, I find this side of you very exciting.
Electricity. For me, things were good.
Yeah, but if things were good for you and bad for everyone else, how is that fair, comrade?
Don't tell me about communism. I know what I know. I am a communist.
Appointment. She wanted to look her best for Charmaine's big day.
Boy, Blanche is handling this a lot better than I would. I would kill Gloria if she ever wrote about my sexual escapades.
You'd kill your sister over a pamphlet? I think it's nice when kids take turns.
Yeah. Blanche, honey, could I see you in the kitchen for a minute?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I'll be right back, Glenn. I think you'll be okay.
So, Glenn, how come you cheated on your wife?
Wow. Straight to Final Jeopardy, huh?
Hello? I'm Dorothy Zbornak. I have an appointment about the vice principal's job. Yes, unfortunately, my car broke down and I'm stuck here at the auto mechanics. Is there any way that Mr. Pratt could see me later this afternoon?
My old hand in front of my face.
That's my hand, Sophia.
Oh, thank God. I saw so many little spots I thought I was being attacked by a Dalmatian.
Dorothy Zbornak. Yeah, listen, I need to place another bet. I'll get that money to you tomorrow.
Dorothy, you're out of the club. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, ladies. See you next week. Thank you for coming. Well, I hope you're not too upset over this, Dorothy.
I've just been thrown out of an And there's a better chance of finding a doctor.
First, Becky conceives in a clinic. Now she wants to deliver in a bedroom. She's got the whole thing backwards. Oh, this is all wrong. What kind of dope would want to have a baby here? This place makes me want to... I would just be happier checking you into a hospital where I don't happen to be very popular with the staff.
And that means more to you than being there at the most important moment of my life.
Oh, Blanche, there are so many hospitals in Miami. Maybe you can find one where you haven't volunteered?
Dorothy, wait up. Will you wait a minute? You just walk so fast.
I am in a hurry.
It's not sexy. Well, it's not. A woman should take little delicate steps, as if to say, yes, I may be slower than... I mean, it's as if she doesn't care about my knees just because she's a lot younger than I am. Fine, keep your damned earrings. Oh, no, Blanche, not you, Abby. Oh, right. I was thrown by the she's a lot younger than you part. So what should I do?
Is everybody in? I got a pair of jacks.
Oh, wait, Sophia.
Same here. Ma, I have a little surprise for you. Girls. Look who it is.
It's Blanche and Rose. Where's the surprise? Honey, we're your surprise. We came to see
Them, but he's a prime suspect in a major crime spree.
Where?
Palm Springs, California.
It's good to be mayor.
Let's go.
Sewing shop on 4th Street, and in the back they got this thimble museum I've always wanted to go to. You know, you could put in a thimble what most people know about thimbles. Well, no, that's not mine. They tell that one down at the Thimble Museum.
You actually had a good time at a thimble museum? Me.
I know that joke.
Everybody heard on the radio that some anonymous ma was complaining that her dependent daughter, Dorothy, doesn't have a life of her own.
Life experience.
You don't have to tell me. Remember, I grew up in a small farm town. Here a quack, there a quack. Everywhere. A quack quack.
Hey, look, there's a black guy doing the line.
Oh, Ma, come on. Are you saying that you never stretched the truth with me?
Those were harmless lies.
So all first-grade girls wear men's shoes?
I put bows on them, didn't I? You do the best you can.
Ma, it's not cute once you pass 80.
Oh, I thought I heard come.
Come on, Will, hurry up.
Excuse me, folks. I've got to make a quick phone call. Rose, would you mind getting me some punch?
Said, where's my tuna quiche? I get 5 ounces of solid food a day and I want my tuna quiche.
You mean that little pie?
Little pie. Little pie?
I wanted a snack.
I thought it was a little fishy.
Oh, you ate my sensible meal. You ate my...
Oh, sure. What do you want it for?
I'm working on a magic act for the talent show at the center. Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. Relax. Dorothy, was your card the ace of spades?
Lucy.
We've had to recast Henny Penny.
I'm playing Henny. Oh, and Frank's directing? Oh, what fun. I would love to.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Then all we have to do is just order the costumes and change a few lines so that it makes sense that the two of you are playing those characters.
Well, now, listen, Dorothy, since both of your housemates...
I'm Vaxie, hotel security. Nobody touch anything. You say no one was in the room but her and the victim?
That's right, sir.
He's dead, all right. Steak knife right through the heart.
That must be what killed him.
St. Olaf?
Say that the cause of death was a stab wound inflicted by a steak knife. We know Miss Devereaux had steak for dinner. Given these facts, unless somebody has something else, we got enough to make an arrest.
My, Mr. Officer, I do declare your sweet words could charm the morning dew right off the honeysuckle.
Ah, Nurse Defarge, right on time.
Of course I'm right on time. I'm always on time. You know what happens when a nurse is late? People die.
Well, then,
You come back now. To tell you to open your heart and your pocketbook. Give the old lady money. Make it a 20. I will, but there's something I have to know.
How do you feel about the ring Miles gave me? How do you think I feel? You must be pretty upset about it to come back from the beyond.
Oh, God. This brings out the artist in me.
$250.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to talk again like human beings, like friends.
I said $250, Stan.
Dorothy, what's happening to us?
I don't know. I was thinking about it myself.
Oh, yeah. I see you conveniently left out with a generous helping of slaw. Oh, well, doesn't that serve your little smear campaign?
Blanche, please, it's getting late. Dorothy's right. You really have had a chance to say goodbye.
But I can't say goodbye.
Oh, Blanche.
Oh, Dorothy, I know, but there's something I haven't told you about this room, something I haven't said because I was afraid you'd think I was weird. My Grammy.
No more questions.
Not one phone call all day.
That's not true, Blanche. The phone's been ringing. Yeah, yeah. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You call that music? Heidi, Heidi, ho. Now that's music.
Ma, even you can't spoil my good mood. Oh, what a glorious day.
Oh, you must have had a great time at Beatlemania last night.
Fabulous. It was just like seeing the Beatles.
Dorothy, don't tell me you have been at those books all night. Well, that's just downright unhealthy.
Please, I am exhausted, but I have to keep going. If I get through the trial run, I'm on the show. Besides, in college, we used to pull all-nighters all the time. Anyway, I was on my way to the laundromat, and I just happened to pass by and thought I'd drop in.
Well, you gotta sing for us tonight, Dorothy?
Yeah. Come on. No, I'm not prepared.
Oh, come on, you gotta sing for us
I wouldn't know what to do.
Oh, come on.
Hey, she said she's not prepared. There's no use asking.
Will you look what I found? Sheet music! Stick and fake, everybody pretending to be something they're not. Why can't people just be themselves? Cindy Lou Peoples? Tommy Lunt?
Excuse me, my girls aren't too young for anything.
They're waiting outside. Why don't you just relax? We don't have to talk.
Oh, no. I'm fine. Listen, I want you to do me a favor.
Anything.
If so...
Do you like some more beer?
Oh, no thanks, I'm fine. What am I saying? I am not fine. Look, Lucas, this isn't your fault. I do not go out on blind dates. I mean, this is as silly as I have felt in a long... But, to tell you the truth, I didn't even notice. I mean, I've been so busy smiling myself.
I'm glad, too. Strange, isn't it? It just seems like we've known each other for a lot more than 3 days.
I know it. But, oh, I'm gonna miss you, honey. Oh, I'm gonna miss you.
I just love to watch you. Whoa!